Sound test 1, 2, 3. Game might be a little bit loud. Testing again. Testing, testing. This game is a little bit loud, isn't it? Let me... Maybe I'll just have to turn this down a little farther. Okay, that sounds a little better, I think. Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome to... Oh. Hold on a sec. There we go. Now I'm not listening to myself again. Cables. All this sound testing is messing with me. Okay, enough of the clumsy beginnings. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Metroid Prime Hunters. You might have thought, wait, I thought we were doing Prime 4 tonight. I do have it. It was in my hands a few minutes ago. But I tried setting it up for OBS, and unfortunately I could not get OBS to... I could get it to see the game, but I couldn't get it to pick up the volume for some reason, or the sound. It couldn't hear anything. The first time I tried testing this capture card with OBS, I got it to work, but this time around... It didn't matter what settings I changed, what volumes I adjusted, nothing. Nothing worked. I could not get it to hear the game. That said, it would have been a little awkward to stream it anyway because I would have been playing the game through OBS due to only having one monitor, and thereby being unable to dedicate a monitor to the Switch, so I would have been playing with some input delay anyway. So, I have decided on my backup plan. I will play Metroid Prime Hunters for you guys, the origin of the mysterious newcomer Sylix, or origin quote-unquote. This is the game he started in. And, I will do that until I have a second monitor, and then we'll either swap between the two, or just play Prime 4. We'll see. I hope to buy a second monitor as soon as I get paid next week, if not sooner, depending on how my family decides to handle birthday gifts, because sometimes we just trade money in cases where the person that wants the item has to buy it themselves, which I do because I get a discount through my work. But yeah, I'm going to play Prime for myself when I'm not streaming this game. So a part of me hopes I don't beat the game before I'm able to stream it for y'all, so there can be some new stuff for us to share and experience in. But anyway, what you see before you is not just Prime Hunters. I have managed to... Wait, why isn't it working now? What the heck? Oh, there we go. I was pressing the... I was thinking it was Shift, it's Tab. I have managed to get a Prime Hack-ish version of this game working, which ties stylus controls to mouse controls. You'll also notice there's an adventure mode and a multiplayer mode. It might be... What? Why is it blinking? I never noticed that. Weird. Maybe it's a emulation glitch thing. That's crazy. Anyway, believe it or not, this game actually had pretty good multiplayer, both for a DS game and for a Metroid game. I played a ton of it back in the day, even without being able to play through the internet, because DS had weird specifications on what internet it could use. This game has bots that you can set up in multiplayer, so you can play it solo. It was so much fun. But we'll get into that another day. For now, it's adventure mode time. I used this as a test file, but let's actually start a new one. How are you guys doing tonight? I see Zelda Chic, Orange, and Faceless are all in here. Whoop! I forgot to read. This repeating neural thread originating from an uncharted region of the Tetra Galaxy known as the Olympic Cluster was recently something. Discover the meaning behind the mysterious telepathic message. If the ultimate power can be secured, ensure Federation control. If the power cannot be secured, ensure that it remains secret. This operation must remain covert. The Tetra Galaxy is outside of Federation-controlled space, and the Olympic Cluster is a wild and uncharted region. While we have kept our communications classified, we know other entities have intercepted the thread. The lure of ultimate power will be irresistible to many disposition of rivals to the... Goodness, this is fast! Sold your old car tonight? Did you get good money out of it? Will it help pay off the new one? I don't remember that information disappearing that fast. But basically what's going on, we received a transmission inviting us to come and get the ultimate power. Of course, the message did not solely go to the Federation. The Federation picked up the message and told Samus to investigate, basically. But of course, the other folks in that intro got the message as well and are also here to investigate. I can tell you about each of them as they come up. I think there are things about them that are not stated in the game. Got home from a rehearsal? A rehearsal for what? I'm doing alright. I'm excited to play Prime 4, but I'm willing to put it off for a little bit to play this for you guys, because once I get into Prime 4, I'm probably going to get hooked and wouldn't have been willing to stream anything tonight. But I wanted to stream this tonight to celebrate. Or stream something tonight to celebrate. Singing? Nice. I forgot I was gonna get a cup of cider. Sparkling cider. To celebrate as well. Oh well. Maybe I'll make that for myself later. And then save some for when I'm actually able to stream the game. Or something. Anyway. I keep forgetting it's tab instead of shift or control for this thing. One thing I really like about this game is how N64 it feels, as well as the slight MIDI-sounding sounds. Oh, look at that chunky polygon design! So yeah, check this out. Using surrogate stylus controls, I can move things around with the mouse. It is a little bit jank, but I can manage. Let's see if I can remember the other controls. Okay, there's Morph Ball. Okay, C is Scan Visor. R is Aim/Scan, whatever. Celestial Archives. This space station, in orbit directly above Alanos, is the primary repository of the combined knowledge of Olympic scholars, scientists, and historians. I forget how to make it hit OK. Ah, yes, there we go. F. Also, I've said before that it's not known what part of the timeline this game takes place in. I recently confirmed it takes place between Primes 1 and 2. What's with the doody-doody-doo? Is that a singing joke? Hunter Gunship. Hunter-class gunship registered to Samus Aran. Return to this ship to save your progress and to recover your energy. So here we are, folks. This teleportation device is not receiving power. Tap and hold the button centered at the bottom of the touchscreen to activate the scan visor. Yeah, if I was using proper touch controls, this is the scan visor. You'd have to tap and hold. Of course, we have missiles, but we don't have them currently. This would be our weapon switch. But we don't have any other weapons to switch to other than the missiles at the moment. And this is our morph ball, which is an interesting little, like... It's like a USB chip, but built in. I kind of dig it. I haven't seen anything like that since, like, 90s electronic toys. Also, we already have... Let's see, how do I make it happen? There we go. We already have the boost ball and the bombs. Anyway, moving forward. Oh, wait a minute. There's one more thing I forgot. This. It is written that the Olympic power shall materialize when 6 frequencies shimmer in the divine spectral sequence. So check this out. So there's that thing there, right? And there's our little story bit. There's our lore. But you'll notice the lore thing seems to be like a floating jellyfish thing or something. It's hard to tell what it is with the logo in the way. But, yeah. Fun, weird fact about this game. This is not a symbol of a lore bit. This is just a light. Other floating lore caches are all invisible. You just have to look around for them. It's freaking weird. So theoretically, if you don't scan anything, you can play through the entire game without knowing the context of half of the story. A weak energy shield surrounds the door to keep out roaming creatures. Any weapon will open this door. On an unrelated note, I ate Cup Bop tonight. I haven't had them in a while. It was delicious. It's pretty neat looking. Especially for DS. And this isn't 3DS. 3DS looks better than this. This came out for the OG DS. These graphics are fantastic for original DS. Synergy Processor works in tandem with the Synergy Drive to make subtle changes in the station's orbit and rotation. The Port Helm, the secret to ultimate power, lies in the Olympic cluster. That's the message that went out. Author and origin unknown. So I don't know if this thing recorded that message recently, or if this is where the message was sent from. What? Is it trying? It's trying to scan that. Okay. Binary irregularities indicate the message was broadcast telepathically. Starboard helm. So we got 2 different helms here. Port and starboard, huh? So I guess this is the front view of this station. Interesting. Oh! Analysis indicates the door is remotely locked. Something nearby may unlock it. This switch can unlock a door or power an object. So, fun fact about this game, while I remember, before I move on. There was a demo of this game that was released. That was essentially a beta version of the game. Oh shoot, what was it called? Hold on, I've got it right here. Metroid Prime Hunter's First Hunt. And that was the thing I was going to say, is I actually have this. I got it at FanX, I want to say a couple years ago. Instead of having the other hunters, you just it's like multiplayer only, I think. Or it's got like 3 test test modes that you can do, and then multiplayer or something like that. There's a few things that are a little different about it. There are no other hunters, it's just different colored Samuses. And the HUD looks very different. While I was looking into this game recently just to learn a couple things about it, I discovered another HUD variation that looks just like this regular one, but this is expanded and has 2 symbols in it. And I think this was placed over here. And I didn't recognize any of the symbols being used. I know for a fact they are not actually used in this version of the game. So I don't know if it was like a European version, or another prototype HUD, or what I was looking at. It was crazy. I really wish I knew more. I never noticed those were windows. I've been through this room so many times and always felt a little claustrophobic in here. I didn't notice those were windows. That's cool. Hold that, guys. Psychobit version 1. A levitating spherical sentry droid? What the heck? Equipped with a 360-degree sensor... A levitating spherical sentry droid, equipped with 360-degree sensors and a low-level teleportation device. The basic silver model fires an energy blast, whereas the advanced green model features a heavy-duty gun powered by a nanoscale nuclear reactor. They are kinda cute, aren't they? Unfortunately, they're an enemy type, so... You might also recognize this music, aside from that long drone in the background, being the same music from the opening of Prime 2. I have to wonder which one came first. Okay, no secrets in here. Can I blow these up? Nope. So, interesting note. You'll notice I fire several times before I charge. That's part of the game's programming. In order to prevent people from wearing out the rather fragile triggers on the DS, you fire multiple times before you start charging. They put this into the remakes of the game, of the regular Prime games as well, I think. So I can tap 3 times, and I get like 9 or 10 shots out of it. Depending on how quickly I tap, of course. Despite this, I still managed to wear out my DS's fire button, the trigger, I think it was the R button, so much that it just plumb doesn't work now. I was unable to play this game after a certain point because the trigger stopped working. I have since gotten I have since gotten used DS's that I played this with a bit. Particularly on my 3DS, I think, is how I started playing this game once I got that. But, yeah, this game is responsible for breaking my original DS. That's how much I played it. Thanks entirely to the multiplayer. Oh, forgot to scan that. Small energy replenishes 30 units of energy expended from the power suit due to battle damage. Energy has also been known to have a rejuvenating effect on alien technology and physiology. What happened to your DS, Faceless? If you occasionally see me like, woo! It's because like I said, controlling this with the mouse is a little bit jank. So sometimes I accidentally overswing. It's in the Philippines. I forgot. Olympic panel. Alpha waves emanate from this architectural structure. It appears designed to calm the senses and to create an environment ideal for meditation. Ah, yes. This is clearly a meditation room. Oh, I didn't mean to press that one, but here's our map. Actually, pretty good map for a DS. I don't think I ever really needed to use it all that much. The areas in this game are quite small. There we go. My message is being checked by mods. I don't know what I sent, but my new phone auto-corrected, and I don't know what it even is. See, that's funny, because I don't see a message being checked by mods. So, I imagine it means Twitch mods, and hopefully you didn't screw something up. Accidentally typed something, I don't know what it is. Holographic directory of the Tetra Galaxy. Which I think is where we are. Yeah, I don't... Let's see. Type one letter and my phone sometimes tries to autocorrect it immediately. That's unfortunate. New phone, who dis? I do not see any messages that have been blocked, and I do not see any settings I can change to view whatever the heck you sent. So I don't know what mods are checking your message faceless, but that doesn't sound good. Cool. Reinforcement pillar for synergy drive. That appears to be the same thing. What is this strange creature? Petrasil. Harmless from a distance, this airborne creature secretes a corrosive toxin that can burn through all but the toughest materials on contact. Despite that, it looks jarringly like a Metroid. In First Hunt, there were Metroids, or at least Mocktroids, which are things resembling Metroids that were supposed to be... I think they were failed attempts at recreating Metroids. Mocktroids, I think, were only seen in Super Metroid, until Prime 4, where we see Sylix with them. They may also have shown up in Federation Force. I don't remember. Schematic of Olympic interstellar shipping routes. I forgot, Sylix actually also showed up in Federation Force, but Federation Force came out way after this game, and I didn't have any intention of streaming it. It's primarily meant to be a multiplayer game. I was never able to beat it in single player. It's actually really hard to play in single player, even with a single player only mod that they give you. Small missile pack replenishes missile reserves by 10 missiles. Analysis indicates the blast shield is impervious to most weapons. A missile may damage it. I always thought it was orange. I never noticed it calls it a brown blast shield. Interesting. We're getting some Dead Space hard light up in here. Okay, that's just those. Is there a button specifically to switch to missiles? Hold on a moment. Ah! There we go. Okay, that's right. I switched my... The controls to switch between those two weapons are my extra mouse buttons. And after all that, this is where this place starts to get a little bit boring. Gunship transmission. Warning! Confirmed arrival of unidentified vessel at Celestial Archives. Extreme caution is advised. Interesting little door. Science Hub. Access denied. Olympic Scientific Databank severely damaged. Cartograph Artifact. The Cartograph Artifact is encoded with the spatial coordinates of a hidden chamber. Artifact Shield. A security device that protects the artifacts. This device can be unlocked with the proper key. I love how they don't even have an animation for these things showing up. They're just all of a sudden there. Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Ow. Y'all could stop respawning, that'd be nice. Goodness. Did I glitch it by killing them so fast or something? They just kept coming? Or am I missing something? No, I think I just had to keep killing them. And now we get the actual theme music of this place, which I kinda dig. You got to head to bed? Alright. We're just about to meet the first hunter, Zelda Sheik. Oh well. Sleep well. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Shield key. When retrieved, this dynamic piece of technology will deactivate the artifact shield in this area. Sorry, I'm just kind of bopping to this music a little bit. It's such a casual tune. I love it so much. Can you guys hear the music okay? Yes? Cool. Why all the S's? You enjoying it too? This mid-city gas station music? Or maybe middle of nowhere gas station is a better description of this tune. You retrieved an Olympic artifact. So we can actually go in here, and it's not clear why this room even exists. Oh. Oh, dang it. I failed it. Artifacts are encoded with program data unique to the Stronghold portal. 3 artifacts are necessary to activate the portal. That's crazy. I could have sworn it was only 2 required. So, you might wonder how the heck I know which way to go after all that turning around. It's because this door has pillars next to it. I thought that was coming from behind me. I'm like, wait a minute. There were just missiles hiding in there for some reason. Alright. Hello. Lesser Ithrak. This nocturnal creature clings to the ceiling and is exceptionally fierce when disturbed. Replenishes 60 units of energy expended from the power suit due to battle damage. Energy has also been known to have a rejuvenating effect on alien technology and physiology. Units of energy expended from the power suit. So does that suggest that the power suit releases energy when it takes damage, and then I pick it back up from the surrounding area? Because if so, that's some power suit knowledge that we'd never had before. Why can't I scan that through the floor? Oh well. Here I go. We have our first energy tank. The power suit can now store 100 more units of energy. I keep forgetting I can't just click to go out of scan mode like I can in the other games. High-speed fans cool the synergy reactor. There are signs of severe deterioration. So this place has been empty and unmaintained for a while. In the future, stairs are not possible. This door is bright green. Analysis indicates the blast shield is impervious to most weapons. A heavy-duty weapon may damage it. Excuse me. And I can't get through this because there is a wall here. Who is that? Candon! A disruptive electromagnetic field appears to surround the Hunter Candon. Analysis suggests voltage potential comparable to that found in lightning storms. Candon carries the Volt Driver, which is capable of a charged blast that can disrupt the combat visor. So, a little lore about Candon. He was a lab experiment. Specifically an attempt to create a lab-born warrior, but it backfired when he decided he wanted to become a bounty hunter and just go out and murder people or something. Yeah, that scene you saw in the intro of him escaping a place and blowing it up, I believe that was him blowing up the lab where he was created after killing everyone inside. Oh, I never noticed he had an idle animation while he was waiting for me. I want to see that again. You can also see him on the radar down there, if you haven't seen the radar acting up before. Is he over there flexing? I love that sound he makes when he goes into worm mode. It reminds me of sounds I usually heard when relating to submarines and diving bells and stuff like that. Just a very neat noise. But of course, before we go fight him, we gotta pick this up. Missile capacity increased by 10. Now the weird thing is that he escaped through that hole, but there's nothing over there. That never occurred to me. He escaped through a hole that leads to a dead end. Pilot of dock ship identified as Bounty Hunter Candid. Your warp signature was traced. Assume hostile intent. That's awkward. Whoop. Anything else to scan in here? Somehow, no. I thought this place was basically a library. Why is there nothing to scan? And here you have our first hunter battle. Sting larva. Bioengineered with genetic material from the galaxy's most dangerous predatory insects, Candid can transform into the sting larva. This fast-moving segmented insect has a detachable, regenerating tail that homes in on its target before exploding. Anything new for Candid himself? Nope. He's just gonna eat it. Alright, I heard that. Where are you? Oh, he's up there for some reason. I forgot I can actually charge the missiles to fire homing shots. Hello, what are you just sitting there for, dude? Oh yeah, I forgot charging the shots also uses more missiles, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, come on, missiles are what I need. His little homing stingers only work from a certain range. That's why they're not homing in on me from across the room. Oh yeah, I forgot you deal extra damage on headshots in this game. Well, at least when dealing with the other hunters. Oh, when did I get more missiles? Let's test my theory. Okay, yeah, charging the shot fires 3 missiles instead of just 1. Well, when he's frozen there, I don't need to charge the shot, so... Got him! Headshots don't kill, but to be fair, this is a space game. There's every possibility that the heads are all armored like Samus's is. There we go. A Tameter artifact? Atometer? Atometer! You do a great job telling me how fast I'm going in the car. The Atometer artifact contains schematics for atomic mapping, allowing a portal to disassemble the molecular structure of anything within the teleportation matrix. You retrieved an Olympic artifact. Was there anything on the other side? I don't recall. Nope. Olympic Turret V1. A mounted gun equipped with infrared motion detection and DNA identification technology. This weapon will fire on any non-Olympic creature within its range. Too bad they didn't put it in the hall with the wall hanger thing. I mean, not wall hanger, ceiling hanger. Ship deck portal activated. Teleportation device online. Step into the portal to warp to another location. And we're back here now. With one of two shortcuts. This music really reminds me of Perfect Dark. Like, oh my gosh, it reminds me so much of Perfect Dark. Analysis indicates the force field is impervious to most weapons. A high-voltage weapon may damage its guard node. Neat that it has a guard node. I don't know, what was this supposed to be for? A cage? Did the monster escape? I love that they keep hinting at where you're supposed to go next. Using those pillar things. And here is our third Olympic artifact, Binary Subscripture. The Binary Subscripture artifact contains the precise frequency of the Stronghold Portal's spectral transponder, allowing anything within the teleportation matrix to warp from one point to another. So the previous artifact breaks things down so they can be warped. This one tells them where to go, and I don't remember what the first one does. Maybe it's a lock or something. Or it contains the coordinates that this uses to send things to other places. Southeast power conduit. This projectile-sensitive switch is used to transfer energy into this room. Southwest power conduit. They all do the same thing. They just, for some reason, all have their own scan. It's a little hard to tell, but there is... The shape of this thing is interesting. I don't know why they bother having that little blue thing that comes out the front and rotates. It's just weirdly layered. Neat, though. I never noticed these have a diamond patterned frame around them. Also, this wall looks like Doom. It just straight up looks like Doom. Like good old 1988 Doom, or whatever year that game released. Portal activated. Long-range thermomagnetic resonance scanners indicate remote and inaccessible chambers. Use the portal to access the inaccessible. What's with the ah? Why the ah? Are you okay? Stronghold portal. Teleportation device online. Step into the portal to access the inaccessible. Look at that big boy. I find it interesting that there's no animation for collecting each of these. And putting them in the portal. I have a puppy on timeout whining to me to let her out of timeout. That sounds adorable. So yeah, here's what I mean. Bam, there it is, just in the doorway. Not even properly centered. Stronghold Void. This hidden room, accessible only by extraordinary means, houses our most sacred relics. It is guarded by our most formidable cybernetic security systems. Only by activating a portal controlled by a trio of artifacts can one gain access to this secret location. Why do you tell us that when we're already here? Then again, I guess it is secret. It's just explaining where you have found yourself, now that you're already here. As far as I can tell, what they're basically saying is they created their own pocket dimension. Or a place way out in the middle of outer space. Stronghold door. This door is synchronized with Stronghold portal security protocols. Status, minimal shielding. Cool door. Cool Tron pattern stuff in an interesting purple color. And now get ready to fight! The giant poop! I'm kidding, it's a big rotating pylon thing. But you can't tell me it doesn't have an ugly poop look. I thought we got enough of those from Prime 3, but there's more. Cretafid V1. Utilizing the most sophisticated Olympic cybernetics, this massive cylindrical defense mechanism features precision chemical lasers. The Cretafid is a key component of Olympic military defense technology, designed to safeguard the Olympic's most sacred objects. So you'll notice a lot of the enemies we've scanned so far have V1 in their name. And that's because in order to deal with the limited space of the DS, they kind of just recycled a lot of the enemies for later game stuff with just harder variants. Well, I'm about to get shot in the face. Could have sworn the core had a different scan to it. I guess not. Well, that could have gone better. Ammo depleted? Where'd all my missiles go? More missiles, please. Cretafid. I kind of love that its core seems to be like a little glass box. I could have sworn I saw some missiles there. Getting pulled into me. Oh well. Alright, time for phase 3. I think the way they have it set up is the top has only 3 nodes, the middle has 4, and the bottom has 5. This thing is hardly damaging me at all. There we go. It's weird that it seems to roar. Octolith. Carbon analysis indicates octoliths are limbic in origin. Oh, I can't suck these ones in. Also, we have some interesting decorations around the room. Alright. Oh, there's lore. Biodefense Chamber A. This room serves not only as home to our most sacred treasure, but also as a mortal terminus for those who would trespass. I like mortal terminus. What an oddly scientific yet still threatening name for a room to have. You obtained an octolith. Give me a moment, I'm going to take a sip of a drink. I just realized I've supposedly been streaming for an hour. Did an ad break happen? Did it miss an ad break? Or no, is it it's 1 hour after the initial 5-minute ad break. Okay. Right. So it's about 3 minutes until the next one. Octoliths may be the key to the ultimate power alluded to in the telepathic message. Why is my gunship telling me that? Oh yeah, here we go. Incoming ad break. Ad starts in 1 minute. Actually, in 2. Because it takes a minute to tell me this. Gunship transmission. Security protocol initiated. Evacuate immediately. We have 8 minutes. If you couldn't understand what that voice was saying, it was saying Octolith taken. Excuse me, fellas, I'm kind of on my way out of here. And of course, they shut down the teleporter, so we can't take our shortcut. Not that way. I still don't have any missiles? Gosh dang. Y'all are being hoarders. Holding all my missiles. There we go. I believe we need to go this way. There we go. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with you. I did go the right way, didn't I? Yeah, we're good. Whoop! Ow! Thought the ad break should be happening by now. Give it a moment. Hold on, special scan. Oh, that's okay, never mind. This is just another cycle bit. But this is the green one that the scan mentioned before. That break didn't already happen. Oh, there it is! There it is! Nailed it. Still no missiles. Alright, I'm gonna pause for just a moment because we have a new enemy coming up. Okay, the timer doesn't count down as long as the map is up. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm back. I don't think I ever noticed the octolith blinking on the left side up there before. What a strange camera view. Guardian! Specifically designed to guard the Olympic Order, these automatons are now programmed to serve in its absence. Excuse me. These intelligent androids often travel in packs, attacking with energy projectiles produced by 3 small fusion generators located in the cranium. In other words, they also have a headshot weak point. I don't remember 3 of them. Goodness. You notice, oddly, there was a Samus-shaped ghost that floated out of them. This is not because they secretly use souls, but because they are stand-ins for other hunters, in a way. I think they're used with the same programming, the same AI programming that the hunters have. Anyway, made it to our ship with 3 minutes to spare. Now here's the thing that isn't entirely clear. We don't actually have to leave right now. I don't know what the countdown is supposed to do, but the place is fine. We can leave and come back later, or we can just get back out of our ship. Well, I guess we can't get back out right now. But, yeah, we're fine. The countdown's done. And we can come back later without any damage to the place being seen. Also, I just love how these menus work. They're a little bit flash gamey in design, but I dig it. Anyway, let's launch our ship. Scanning Olympic Cluster. Alanos. Now check this out. I can move this thing in the bottom. And it also moves my ship on the top. Or I can move it manually with the stylus. I just think that's really neat. Let's go to Alanos. The once beautiful planet of Alanos, home to the Olympic Elders, has fallen into disrepair since the explosion of the planet's core. I believe there's some extra stuff around the side here, but I could be wrong. Well, there's something over there. Sensors operating at 79%, lava levels stable. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, this place is basically the Magmore Caverns of the game. Hey there, Kaiju, how you doing? Not excused from what? Also, how you doing? I'm excited to play Prime 4 when I'm done with this stream. Oh, from the yawn. That's good to hear, Kaiju. Olympic Data Shade 2. Designed to maintain data integrity indefinitely, data shades are highly resistant to tampering and decay. Scanning these packets will allow you access to our scriptures and lore. Taking a break from Prime 4, I don't want to beat it too fast, right? Hopefully, I won't finish Prime 4 before I get a second monitor. I'm hoping to have at least ordered the second monitor by next Tuesday night. Data shades are packets of telepathic data scattered throughout the Tetra Galaxy. They can be accessed by most galactic standard scan systems. In the beginning shall the darkness be torn asunder by a flash of yellow lightning. A reference to Candon, most likely. There's a missile expansion up there. Why you gonna lurk? Why you always lurking, Kaiju? I don't think this game has a manual jump, but I don't remember. Missile capacity increased by 10 units. I want to point out, all those scans we just did, can't see them in normal visors. Bit weird. Exposed rebar. Structural integrity of load-bearing walls has been compromised by forcible impact. What impacted it, I wonder? Zoomers! We know these guys! Best known for breeding rapidly and carrying diseases, Zoomers are responsible for the spread of flesh-eating bacteria on Zebes, resulting in the extinction of many native species. These are, for some reason, unscannable cacti things that can hurt us. Even these. Weird that we can't scan them, but at least we can blow them up. Did that zoomer just freaking hiss at me? These are our last recorded messages. We depart from this place of death. If you honor our memory, do not attempt to solve the mystery of our disappearance. Gosh dang, this looks like Doom. Actually, it looks like the original Quake. Less Doom, more original Quake here. Back when Quake was science fiction medieval instead of just science fiction. I miss that. I kind of wish Quake had stuck with the medieval science fiction thing. It was really cool and unique. No, come on. I move too fast. This looks important. Can't get through there. Alright. Okay, got it. There's just a big old circle there. Oh, this place looks familiar. Not familiar, looks important. I like that there's just a little space for Samus to catch her breath down here. Oh! Okay, it spawned on me. I've actually never had that happen before. Wait. Any scannables hiding down here in this weird little corner? Which looks like it would be great for someone to get away to if they just want a little place to play their Switch. Without being disturbed. Just hide out down inside the ball tunnels. Hey, energy tank! We still haven't actually scanned one. What happens if I try to jump out? Well, that's a graphical glitch I've never seen before. Finally! Cartograph artifact is encoded with the spatial coordinates of a hidden chamber. Yep. I was right about the first artifact containing the coordinates. Replenishes 100 units of energy expended from the power suit due to battle damage. Energy has also been known to have a rejuvenating effect on alien technology and physiology. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the sound coming from these things... It sounds a lot like the same sound you get when the cameras are distorting in I'm on observation duty. What's in here? What's the difference between these two? Can I even go this way? I cannot go this way. Analysis indicates the force field is remotely locked. Something nearby may be able to circumvent the lock. Well, it doesn't seem to be something underground. War wasps? Wow, it actually is war wasps. I thought that went by a different name in this one. An aggressive flying insect that will vigorously defend its territory. The royal jelly of the war wasp queen is so highly valued that hives continue to be harvested on Aether in spite of a shocking death toll. Interesting that it mentions Aether, even though in the timeline we haven't actually been there yet. Of course, maybe it was actually between 2 and 3 that this game takes place, but I thought it was 1 and 2. Whoops. And Kaiju, I know I told you it's not sure when it takes place. I found out after telling you that it's either between... that it's between one of the... It's between 2 of the 3 Prime games that this game takes place. So, still still within the Prime timeline. I say 3 Prime games now that there's a 4th one out. This station controls the flow of lava tributaries. Okay. Why there's so many of you? And y'all even be living up to your name. You're zooming. Analysis indicates the force field is impervious to most weapons. Oh, I keep yawning. A weapon that fires super-cooled plasma may damage its guard node. Olympic warriors of valor are here laid to rest, that their spirits may return to the planetary core. Interesting. So I guess they dump their warrior bodies down in here. Odd place to do it. I would have expected someplace that looked a little more ceremonial. Magma vent relieves pressure buildup from the unstable planetary core. Looks kind of dangerous to walk on. Y'all couldn't have made this vent a little more, I don't know, vent-like? A little less like you just broke the floor and called it good? Samus, he's behind you. So who is this fella? I can't reach him. Oh! I forgot those mushrooms still do have that, that powdery thing going on. I can't get up from here. Ah! I see it. I just realized those make a different sound than most of the other items. Can I... I don't think I can make that jump. Aw, dang it, I needed that energy. No, I can't make that. Do I have to activate something while he's trying to shoot me? Or do I go around this way? I do not go around this way. Maybe this way. Nope. Alright, guess I'm doing some scans. This language cannot be translated. Science sarcophagus. This tomb contains the remains of the great Arctheris, whose discovery of neurogenesis marked the advent of the modern Olympic era, a time of unprecedented peace and prosperity. We could really use an era of peace and prosperity in the United States right now, couldn't we? This tomb contains the remains of Olympic General Almiak, who led the Olympic people to victory in the Tetra Border Wars 2,000 years ago. He later formed the Olympic Order of Elders. Was I just supposed to come in here? Voldrum, a high-speed rolling robot in nearly constant motion. Equipped with 2 large guns for attacking from a distance, it is equally efficient at close quarters combat. So this is a what's it called? Enemy spawner. So just break the spawner. And then you can kill the enemy. Oh, there's 2. Bruh. Well, now I can scan him at least. Spire! Analysis of this creature's physiology indicates the presence of molten ferrous compounds normally found only in a planet's core. Spire is armed with the Magmaul, a weapon that lobs cohesive bursts of superheated magma. It also does not say it in the game, but Spire is the last of his kind and is seeking the ultimate power in hopes of finding answers to what happened to his people. Guess I can't scan that currently. Am I just stuck fighting him down here? Ah, here we go. Dialanche. Spire's alternative form is the Dialanche, a hypercondensed ferrous orb able to roll at high speeds. The Dialanche is equipped with two retractable titanium limbs used to batter adversaries. It's actually a lot more dangerous than you'd expect for being a close quarters ball mode. Then again, I guess most of them are. Come on. There we go. Guys, I think I'm bad at this. There we go. Wait, can I still not scan? I can scan that now. Shield key has been activated. We have our second artifact already. Now this is more like it. Come on. Dang it. I keep letting stuff get in my way. I'm wasting my missiles. Ow! Get off me. There we go. And there's our third artifact already. Now I just need missiles again. Portal activated. Must be up there, I guess. Blast Cap, a large mushroom that explodes on contact, emitting noxious gas. Originating at Talon 4, its spores can survive without atmosphere and have propagated throughout the galaxy on solar winds. Excuse me, I don't appreciate you guys doing that. Now I can jump across. Switch! Ship deck portal activated. We should go back and save quick. That's right, another point to this game is that your ship is the only means of saving the game. These areas are small enough they didn't feel the need to add save rooms. guess I have to enter the ship to save it, though. Oddly enough. Then again, Samus still enters the ship to save the game in previous games, you just don't go in it yourself, so... maybe that's the reasoning behind having to go inside the ship. It was this one, I believe. Yep. And I know we haven't found Silex yet, but once... well, maybe I'll play a little longer after this bit, because I think Silex is in the next area. It doesn't feel right to tease Silex and then not actually show him off. Interesting that this place is magma-themed. You can see it in the broken bridge and all these holes in the ground. A little bummed there's no cool spiral up here, but instead we do get this neat techno flooring and a ramp. This boss is a little different, also a little ugly. Slench 1A, another member of the Olympic Defensive Arsenal, this enormous cybernetic eyeball was engineered to protect sacred Olympic relics. The Slench attaches itself to the biodefense chamber with 3 synapses, which transfer power to energy blasters. Its primary weapons are the green venom torpedo and the deuterium laser. Oh, wait a minute. Energy blaster! Turrets on the walls of the chamber fire blasts of plasma generated by the Slench. Is there... nope, nothing else to scan at the moment. I don't like the noise it makes when you shoot it. Also, check this out. It makes Star Wars laser noises when you shoot its shield. Sorry, I'm not saying much else. This fight's kind of straightforward. I just don't like that it's gray. It's an ugly color. Very ugly color, in my opinion. Yeah, you're right. I suppose there isn't much to say, Faceless, for anybody. Biodefense Chamber B. Those who dare trespass upon our sacred chambers may expect to pay dearly for that which they would seek. You obtained an Octolith! The cannon holds the power. Anything up there? No, this is just actually a really cool room, and that's all there is to it, huh? Also, this room looks a little bit out of Star Fox Assault, which is another game I might stream someday. And now we gotta get out of here again! Even though the place is also not going to blow up. Of course, it is a much smaller distance, so we have 5 minutes, or 4 or 5 minutes, one of the two, to escape, instead of the 8 minutes that the previous place gave us. Oh, there we go. Oh, who's this fella? Weevil! Weevil's weapon of choice is the Battle Hammer, a heavy-duty repeating weapon with a lethal blast radius. Maintain distance and avoid a direct hit from this high-caliber weapon. The game also will not tell you, Weevil is a space pirate that has had a personal encounter with Samus in the past, and that encounter resulted in his body being so broken and beat up that they essentially had to turn him into a cyborg. This guy is General Grievous Light. Now, one downside to using these mouse controls instead of the twin stick-ish controls that the other games can have. No, what am I? Hold on, I'm getting distracted. The one downside of using mouse/stylus controls instead of the pseudo twin stick controls is it's harder to land headshots. Because with the twin stick controls, you're already aimed at face level, so you can just turn left and right when you're fighting these guys and you'll shoot them in the head. Half turret. Cybernetic enhancements allow Weevil's body to detach from its mechanical lower half and convert into the half turret alt form. The arms provide locomotion for the upper body, while the legs are equipped with powerful projectile weaponry. He leaps around using a blade on his arm for his upper half, while the lower half has a turret in like the waist or something. I think he bailed. What? Why can't I get out? Oh, wait, this is open now. This is a different path, right. I was thinking this is the way I came from. I knew it was weird that he seemed to just disappear. Of course, Weevil wants to get the ultimate power so that he can beat Samus. Yeah, the one downside of the half-turret mode is that he still takes damage if the half-turret is shot. So you can just shoot the immobile legs. Open up! Let's see, was that 2 or 3 more hunters we encountered here? I think that was only 2. I never noticed we actually go slower up this thing than we do walking on flat ground. Alright, I believe the next location is my personal favorite. And I believe it's also where we will encounter Silex. Vesper Defense Outpost. Or we could go to Arcterra, but I'd prefer to start at the Vesper Defense... Vesper Defense Outpost. That's right, we have 2 ice locations in this game, with the Vesper Defense Outpost being kind of an ice place, and Arcterra having it in the name, and being the ice place. Vesper Defense Outpost, or VDO, is situated on the outer edge of Olympic territory, serving as a refueling station and munitions dump. Sub-zero temperature is maintained to prevent overheating of fusion-powered weapon systems. Structural failure of fuel containers has resulted in a vast radioactive spill into space, leaving toxic and explosive fuel frozen to the sides of the structure. And yeah, we're sliding on the floor here. I really like this place. This place feels to me like a proper sci-fi space station. I also just love the music here. Those lights are